Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shirley if you're new here, and if you are new, she would appreciate it if you become a part of this lovely family. In today's video, I'm continuing my series on Becoming by Michelle Obama. It's her memoir, and it talks on her time at the White House. I'm going to be doing a look with Huda Beauty Ruby Obsession little palettes. Here are the colors. Beautiful. I always say that. Beautiful. And I'm also going to use for a cheek blush, my Ace Beauty Blush in Paradise palette. And I'm going to use the Laura Gallagher lipstick. I'm going to do the shade. Is that, let me put this on, I'll tell you the shade. It wasn't as creamy as the MAC lipstick that I used the last time. Okay, let's get into this video. I'm trying not, I had to narrow it down a lot. Because we ain't got all day. I think to really get in depth with the chapter, I need to be on here for like an hour or more. But it's just me. There's no shade on here. So I'm going to use this cheek blush right here. I like to take my cheek blush back to here. Okay, let's start talking about chapter 16. And before I say anything about 16, I absolutely love how Michelle invites us into her life. And when you're reading it, I told you guys, I have to take breaks. I'm going to put on some more lipstick. Because I walk around and I think about it and I cry. And we'll talk about that later. So I already did my eyebrows and my lips. I contoured and everything. The only thing I'm going to have to do is the eyeshadow. So she's going to have to skip some things or talk real fast. One of the two. A pause. Okay. In chapter 16, Michelle talks about Barack presidency announcement in Springfield. I think it's Chicago. I'm not sure where it was. She said that the weather was harsh at that time. It was really harsh, and she wasn't expecting that many people to come out, but an enormous amount of people showed up. But it also was a conflict in the date, because Travis Smiley had also had the State of the Black Union on the same date, and he was very upset about that. He did not like that, and he was upset with Obama, he wasn't president, Barack at that time, saying he didn't care about the black community because he would have never did his announcement on that date. You know, some people act like we walk around with everybody's calendar in our pocket. It was an accident. And right at that time, I went in with this shade here. There's no name, so right up here. And at that time, that's when Michelle realized, like, uh-oh. My family is now, everybody is watching us. The entire family there was in the public eye. And was they in the public eyes? They was watching everything she did, the family did. People was ready to scrutinize you for what you do normally in your life. Because people always have a list of what is right and what is wrong. You know, the one that bothers me the most is these etiquette. How do you supposed to do? People do what they want to do. Oh, you supposed to use your right hand. The fork supposed to be. People eat with what they want to eat with. It's only, you only said it was right because you said it was right. That's crazy to me. We're going to move on to, ooh, these some beautiful colors. Because I had wanted to go with these. But those are so beautiful. I'm going to go with this. These three right here. Go in with this here. Well, in chapter 17, Michelle talks about, it mainly focused on Barack running for presidency. All the campaign that they had to do. She actually went to Iowa because she know they needed to win Iowa. And she was going there like every week to campaign. And then she also, you know, in chapter 16, she talking about how the family was in the public eye now. They scrutinize and scan and rescan, looking into Barack's life to say, just to bring out bad stuff about them, just to talk about them. They just was, he was black. And the first thing they thought, oh, he couldn't have been live a good life when they ain't living one themselves. So my thing is, if you ever right now, if you even plan for your kids to maybe want to run for office, or you might want to run for office in your neighborhood or be in the political here in America, you better not do nothing wrong, because it will come back to bite you in your wrong. Michelle also talked about how her life was so planned that she didn't even have privacy anymore. That it was so planned to the T that she didn't even have privacy. And it was just slowly slipping away. And this was just the beginning, because they were just campaigning to win the presidency. She said she couldn't believe how her private part of her life was just slipping away. And then she also talked about bullying. And you know who that was. Oh my God. I don't want to talk about that man, because when I talk about him, it just brings up such a feeling of, I don't know what. It made me feel some type of way. She was saying, like, she had did this speech and they took it, and it was a whole speech, but they only took 14 lines and rephrased it to say, like she was saying, when they just rephrased her word, and she was like, she had to get used to the people bullying her. Most is, Michelle was talking about, as soon, like I'm speaking now, as soon as we say anything and it's not in agreements with them, we angry. We're angry black woman. I remember this guy asked me, oh, why do you guys look so upset in the car? You just look like you're angry. I said, do we supposed to be riding on the road like? I said, but you don't realize, as a black woman, we have things to be angry about. Well, if we speak our mind, then we're angry. And that's what Michelle was looking at. As a black woman, as soon as she said, oh, she's an angry black woman. Ain't that color beautiful? I love this color. I don't know what that red is. That red? It's a little shimmer in that red. It's a little one. I don't know what it's going to look like. It's red here, but I think it's going to come off pink. Because here, it looked pink. Pinkish. But it's like a reddish orange color. Chapter 18, she's summing up the second part of the book. Election day, their anxiety, how nervous they was. I didn't know how she felt at that time, but I know when I was at home, it felt like I was holding my breath. Waiting for this to happen. Waiting to see the end results. You know, because Trump hadn't started his thing where he goes in there. Because I don't care when nobody say Trump did not win the first election. Trump had people go in there and they rigged it. That's why he's so upset now, because he know that he rigged it, and he thinks somebody rigged his, but nobody wanted him. And that's one thing hard for him to accept. I'm sounding so upset. Namaste. And it was all coming out after 21 months of campaigning. Now they're finna see who will be the president of the United States. Who will be the 44th president of the United States. And on that big day at exactly 10 o'clock, they announced Barack as the president, the 44th president of the United States. I'm trying to compose myself to say. We went to sleep that night with so much joy in our heart that he had won. But we also went to sleep scared. I remember going on my job, and as my friend says, you could hear a rat pee on cotton. Nobody was saying anything. They were just as quiet as they could be. They were sick that a black man had won the presidency. You wouldn't think that if you was there on a normal base. Like, no, I don't think, girl, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. People you think love you, they don't like you at all. Michelle said it was unreal. It was so unreal that he had actually won. In chapter 19 now, Michelle account her life as being the first African-American, the first African-American first lady. And that she was actually the first black woman to put her foot in the White House as a first lady. And that's one thing she said, there was no handbook to say this is what you do, because she was the first. And the entire family now had to get used to being in the spotlight. That their eyes was up under, they was in the fishbowl, and they had to live so as in the fishbowl. You know, so crazy. They followed this family, and they was on these families so hard that Barack better not slip up and do nothing. Michelle better not slip. The kids couldn't do nothing because they was ready to holler. That was so crazy to me. And she said our inauguration day went well. And she realized there was no more privacy. And then this is the thing I wanted to say. How many of you guys out there, when President Obama and Michelle and the family was walking to the White House, how many of you guys was holding your breath, thinking he wasn't going to make it? That some mentally ill person was going to shoot him. That he was going to die before he got there. I was so scared for him that this was going to happen. I really did. I really did fear that this was going to happen, that somebody was going to kill him before he even make it to the White House. That's what I was waiting to see. Did she say anything like, I didn't think he was going to make it into the White House. But they had really good security on them. I know they had to put in extra. I'm going under my eyes right here. And now we're going over to chapter 20, the last one for this video. And then I'll be finished with the next one. My next makeup video come up. I should be finished with Becoming Michelle. Becoming a Memoir by Michelle Obama. You know that's the best-selling memoir they say ever, is the book on her. Let me get my blending brush. This is a Sephora one. He said that in the White House, that it was so huge. It's like 132 rooms, 35 bathroom. Now the whole family had to get used to this vastness. And she talked to her brother to help her persuade her mom to come live with them. When the mom went there, she said, I do not want no Secret Service. I don't want nobody to wash my laundry. I will do my own thing. Do you remember they made such a big deal about her mom coming to live in the White House? And then because of the color of their skin, and it's no other reason. That what bothers me the most. Sit and say, I don't like her because her skin is brown. I don't need to know nothing else but her skin is brown. She could be Satanism. She could be Billy Bob Jr. She could be a man on the dress. She's brown. I don't like her. It's like me looking at an orange and saying, I'm not going to eat that. It's an orange. It's orange. Who would want to eat orange? I don't care how good it is for you. I'm not going to eat it because it's orange. That's how I see people look at the black, like, I don't like you just because of the color of your skin. If you were white, if you wasn't black, I would like you. Michelle said that when she, the last part, when she went to, I want to go in here a little darker. When Michelle went to a thing that Barack had to go before, address the Congress. And she said what was more astonishing to her is that it was a sea of whiteness and maleness. There was only 7 non-white, and none of them was African American, and there was 1 woman among those 7. That's what their life had begun to be. And she said when she got ready to change the garden, they fought her against that. Like they did not want her to have what she wanted. Only because of the color of her skin. That is so mind-blowing to me. I still can't understand that part of people. I don't understand it. So guys, I'm finished. I like it. The Huda Beauty Ruby Obsession. Becoming by Michelle Obama. This book is amazing. It's amazing. So I'm going to go off screen. I'm going to do my mascara and set my makeup, and I'll be right back with the final look. Okay guys, I am back with the final look. And let's get closer. I like it. I always like it, don't I? So guys, this is the my final look, and I really enjoy going over Becoming Michelle, even though it makes me emotional, very emotional, just to think. I don't know. Words can't express. Thank you guys for coming and watching my video. I really appreciate it. And if you're new and you just became a part of the family and you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button and become a part of the family. And don't forget to put the parenthesis around it, so every time I upload, you'll get a notification. And if you're some of the guys that been here forever, don't forget to like the video, and I will see you in my next upload.